This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.
Hi, this is Andrew Moore-Crispin for Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, and today we're taking a look at the TRENDnet 300 megabit per second dual-band wireless and gigabit router. It's a bit of a long title. This device goes for $215 MSRP. You can find it for about $160 online, though. Now, what this is, it's a dual-band 802.11a, B, G, and N wireless network router. And you can see one thing that sets this one apart is that it actually has an LCD screen on the top. Now, honestly, it's of limited use, but it's kind of neat anyway. So you basically can navigate through using the D-pad here. I can't remember exactly how to do that. There we go. So now we're in the menu across the bottom. You can see you can get general status updates on the wireless and wired networks, as well as your internet connectivity. We can also go through here and see who's connected on our 5 gigahertz network, our 2.4 gigahertz network, also our wired, and again, internet status there. Then we can also reset the modem, view connected devices. We'll talk about that in a moment. And here we can also activate WPS, and that's Wi-Fi protected setup. Now, what Wi-Fi protected setup is, it allows you to actually, if we were to select this menu item and hit enter, it'll offer us a kind of a brief walkthrough on how to connect a device using WPS. Basically what you do is you set the router in receive mode, you set the device that you could want to try and connect. That has to be WPS enabled as well. You basically press a button on each device, and then they will say, oh, okay, I see who you are, let's connect, let's talk, and let's get you on the network. Now, this is a little bit of a kind of a geeky device. So the LCD screen really is just for kind of the gee whiz factor. And you can see here, just with the light reflecting off here, how bright this LED is. So this is kind of the the bright blue LED, kind of drawing attention to your router, and your geeky friends will all be impressed. Now, we really do like the software side of things. So once you connect to 192.168.10.1, you can actually get into the router administration settings. And there we can do things like set quality of service levels. So for example, if we want to prioritize voice over IP traffic, or we want to prioritize our online gaming traffic, we can do that while still downloading, for example, from a torrent network, legal torrents, of course. We'll still be able to do that, but it won't actually impact our gaming or our VoIP experience, because the router will say, okay, well, that packet, because Andrew's on the phone, that packet becomes less important, and the voice packet will become more important and will actually be passed through. So now if we take a quick look at the back of the device, we can see here standard WAN in, 4 Ethernet ports. These are gigabit ports. So if you have gigabit enabled devices, you'll be seeing much faster transfer speeds. On the side here, we also have 2 USB ports. Now, what we can do is we can actually connect any USB drive, or so for example, a USB flash drive or a larger USB hard drive, and actually share that storage over the network. Doesn't function quite as well as we'd like. You actually have to run a USB Connect software program on either Mac or PC in order to be able to connect to that device. I'd much rather see it become a network storage device, just kind of sitting on the network that anyone with the proper credentials can connect to and begin sharing files back and forth. Now, that's a quick look at the TRENDnet 300 megabit per second dual-band wireless and gigabit router. For Gadget TV, I'm Andrew Moore-Crispin. For more sweet stuff, visit Butterscotch.com.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Hover, the easiest way to buy domain names and do more with them. Get 10% off today by visiting hover.com/gadgettv.